I am your voice.
Thank you so much. Hey guys, you're sick of political correctness. You gotta be, right? Unbelievable. The words, especially if you're a older white fella like myself, the words are shrinking. I'm down to an L and a V, I think. There's nothing left. But you know what? You know where you can pretty much say anything, at least for now? The Nick DiPaolo show and shows like this one. We went free recently. The show's been on for a couple of years. Went free Monday through Thursday. So that means we need your contributions. You go to nickdip.com, click on the button, and you can also sign up at patreon.com, which is a monthly subscription where you'll get an extra story a day. You'll get to ask me a question, and you have access to 300 prior shows that we've done. And also, if you're a business and you want to sponsor the show, go to nickdip.com, and we can talk about that now more than ever. And I know it's tight for you guys, too. I know you're quarantined, and some of you probably aren't working or whatever. So we're going to be there for you to take your mind off some of this shit, at least an hour a day, because you need a place to vent. It's a weird time we're living in, you know? And I tell you, I'm more scared of people cracking down on free speech than I am COVID-19. You probably feel the same way. We need a place to cut loose. I'm all for it. It's the reason I got into comedy. I couldn't believe I could say the shit I was saying, as opposed to some of you guys at work, you know, you get fired for even thinking the shit. So anyways, we appreciate your support. And keep watching the show. You think it, I will say it, I will take the heat. And that is it. We'll see you. How do I end this fucking thing? How are you, folks? Welcome to... Oh, Raz, that was a little abrupt. You gotta fade it, man. Come on. I get this guy emailing, yelling at you. He's nuts. I told him to stop emailing. Raz doesn't take criticism too good. What's going on, folks? Welcome. It's a Monday. Excuse me. It's just another Manic Monday, and that's my fun day. How you doing? Hope you're safe and corona-free and doing everything people tell you to do, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I go outside. Everybody driving by now has a mask on in their car. Am I the only one being a dick? I'm sitting on my porch smoking. How are you? But then I see people jogging by with nothing on. I don't know what to say, but anyways. Where's the picture I asked for? There it is. You guys, I watched The Tiger King. I finished it this weekend. I have never, ever seen a more bizarre story. There's a reason the whole world is talking about it. If you haven't watched it on Netflix, please do. That's somebody put Trump's face on The Tiger King. Look at that fucking mullet. Look at it.
It's right sick. We just washed the hair. You know, I work on my hair a long time, and you hit it. He hits my hair.
The Tiger King guy's gay, and he's the toughest gay guy ever. One of the craziest motherfuckers I have ever... And I'm on his side. Few people watching it. The woman, the PETA-type woman who came after him, she's a scumbag and a murderer, I think. And once again, imposing her will, because she's a lefty, and it's what they do. You know, it's the way they see the world, and they'll shut down people who don't agree with them. He wasn't doing anything wrong at the very beginning, if you remember correctly. Okay? She's the one who helped him unfucking ravel. Fuck her and everything she stands for. This guy's a red-blooded American who likes dick. What are you going to do? But fucking guy's in a cage with 10 tigers wrestling him. I mean, a tiger grabs his foot and starts dragging him, and he starts whacking the thing in the face. Didn't even look like he was nervous. He's fucking crazy. You want to see white trash on display? Never has there been a more interesting story. If you wrote this shit and you sent it to Hollywood as a script, they go, this is over the top. You get guys in here, gay. You get guys who aren't gay who were on meth, so they blew this guy and slept with him so they could fucking make $100 a week. One guy's got 3 teeth. Equidistant. You couldn't make it up. If you did that in a movie, you go to the makeup guy. Come on. You're making this, nobody has meth teeth like that. It's the funniest, craziest story I've ever seen. That thing is going to win so many Emmys, it's not funny. But somebody put Trump's face on it, and Donald Jr. got a kick out of it. He put it on his Twitter. But Tiger King has a lot in common with Trump. He's a fucking salesman, a barker, and whatever. He's a man of action. Threatening to kill the woman on his podcast and shit, pictures of her head in a jar. I love him. I love the guy. I'm not going to fucking marry him.
He's a hillbilly fag. I like Dick.
Just watch it. I don't even bother trying to describe it to people who haven't seen it. You can't do it justice. Anyways, thank you again. Ton of donations. I'll get to them later coming in because we're free now, and it's how we keep the show going, nickdip.com. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just click that subscribe button. Get those numbers up. We got to bring in some sponsors so I can keep my baby in diapers. I got mouths to feed, motherfucker. Mayor of Tybee. Tybee Island is right down here near where I live. It's the big, beautiful beach here that everybody goes to. And the mayor wants it closed. Ironically, it's sort of a reverse thing of Jaws. He wanted it closed. There he is. This is the mayor. Fucking Mayor Larry Vaughn. But Tybee mayor wants it closed, even though it's going to hurt his business. And the governor of Georgia, Kemp, had a thing saying he wanted it open, and they were arguing about it. Eventually, Kemp came around, I think, and shut the beat. But it reminded me of, we can't show the scene in Jaws because, it's copywritten and shit. But I just picture them having a town meeting down here and, they're all yapping away at the town meeting. Remember the scene in Jaws with the mayor? And all of a sudden you hear the fingers on the chalkboard and it cuts over. It's Dr. Anthony Fauci. All know how I earn a living. It's a bad germ. Not talking about chicken pox or common cold. I'll catch him. I'll catch it for 5. I'll kill it for 10. And I don't want any more doctors. Too many doctors on this island. I'll do it myself if I can. Anyways. Yeah, my boy Quinn.
Proves that you wealthy college boys don't have the education enough to admit when you're wrong.
Yes, that's Tybee mayor talking to the governor. So that was interesting, we had a reverse on that thing. And it's such a beautiful fucking beach, too. It's beautiful. It's where Raz gets his tan. Speaking of tans, let's get right to it. You see this fucking, you Democrats, honest to God, you're the fucking filthiest, rotten, not all of you, I'm just saying, as far as Washington, D.C. goes, fuck reaching across the aisle. Liberalism has to be wiped out, okay? Wipe the fuck out. Democrat Tavia Galinski vows to report Trump's chloroquine remarks as crimes against humanity. I'm not making that up.
You fat, nasty black bitch.
She fumed Sunday that President Trump should be tried for crimes against humanity for his remarks at the White House coronavirus task force briefing. She says, I can't take it anymore. Galinski wrote on social media, condemning Trump's expression of hope that the drug hydroxychloroquine will successfully treat coronavirus patients. I've been to The Hague. I'm making a referral for crimes against humanity. She's serious.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Today's press conference was the last straw, she says. I know the need for a prosecution referral when I see one. You're just another hateful fucking minority who doesn't like Trump, and you're convinced he's a racist, and you're dumb. I don't know who voted you fucking in. You people, you know what? You deserve what you get. You people, did you really vote her in? I don't think votes count. After seeing who runs this country, I really don't think any of our votes count. Today's press conference was the last straw. Media critics have claimed that Trump is ignoring the facts spoken by members of this coronavirus task force, including Dr. Anthony Fauci. It's also saved a lot of people. And there are people in other countries that are using the hydroxychloroquine. So, Newsweek reported, another part of the mainstream media, given the opportunity to answer the question, the anti-malarial drug on CBS's Face the Nation, Fauci sought to make clear that in terms of science, I don't think we can definitely say it works. Well, that's your opinion. Everybody's treating this guy like he's fucking God. And he actually said back when this started that it wouldn't be anything for us to worry about. So this guy's been wrong too a few times. I mean, he's definitely the lead guy, and I believe he's smart. He's as good as anybody at this shit, but he's not always right. The data are really just at best suggestive. He says there have been cases that show there may be an effect, and there are others to show there's no effect. Well, tell that to somebody who's fucking dying or whose relatives are in critical condition, because a couple of people have already been saved by it. Yeah, let's take time and test it all. This is where fucking lawyers get involved, whatever. But she thinks it's crimes against humanity, this stubby fucking...
You fat, nasty black bitch.
Just another anti-Trumper. How far have we fallen? Think about the founding fathers who fucking built this thing. And look at the nitwits. The Maxine Waters, the Chuck Schumers, the fucking Pelosi's of the world, and this Galinski pig. Unbelievable. People are dying. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and they're playing politics. Do you know that the fucking saggy tits Pelosi is trying to start another committee to investigate Trump about this shit? And Adam Schiff, I guess, he showed his face this weekend. How fucking dare they? Here's what's going to happen. This shit's going to clear up like that. Whether it's a few weeks or a month. It's going to clear up like that. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to look at the numbers and go, hey, we didn't do that bad. On top of the great economy before it crashed, Trump's going to get he's going to roll in November. Again, if Google doesn't fucking pull their... Anyways, I'm furious right now. I hate fucking Mondays. I'm not funny till like fucking Tuesday night. Maybe it's because I ate like a pig yesterday. You guys know what ragu bolognese is? Ground chuck and fucking ground beef and ground pork. It's basically an Italian sloppy joe, only you cook it for 4 to 5 hours. And it's about 1,000 calories a fucking teaspoonful. I made a pound of pasta. I ate 3/4 of it. My wife had a quarter pound. Not even fucking 40 minutes later, I'm eating a Klondike bar. On top of ragu bolognese. And then I found those little Debbie things in the fucking closet. You know the little Debbie things? I eat those like mints. If I didn't take in 2,000 calories laying on the couch last night in a fucking matter of an hour. That's why I'm going to go running today in the park without a mask. Fucking, speaking of fat people, Mexico is in the news. What's the average Mexican? 5'1", 260? That's the women I'm talking about. But when they're hot, they're hot. Am I right? Anyways, Mexican coronavirus cases spiked 21%. 21% over the weekend. 21. Ay. Third world shithole. Mexican health officials saw a 21% jump in new cases of the virus in a span of 2 days. Well, about 3 weeks ago, they had a concert with about 100,000 people at it. And can you imagine what their healthcare system looks like? What do? Rub fucking rooster blood on somebody's ass when they get fucking fever? Come on! It's the reason you're climbing over our fence. Leading to a total of 2,143 since the pandemic first arrived in the country. And the officials are saying the toughest part is yet to come. Mexico's Undersecretary of Health, and you know who that is, Hugo Lopez Gatell. Used to work with Pablo Escobar, St. Dave. Oh, that's Colombian, Nick. It doesn't matter. Anyways, he revealed on an Etch-a-Sketch in crayons the newest statistics in a nightly news conference in Mexico. Currently, Mexico has 2,143 confirmed cases and 94 fatalities directly related. Health officials also revealed they're looking at 5,209 test cases. The number of confirmed cases showed a dramatic jump from 1,688 on Friday to 2,143 on Sunday night. The two-day 21% movement marks the sharpest spike since the pandemic first appeared. And that's scary because they border us and, like I said, I don't know. You're going to hear this, coming over the fucking wall.
Quédate quieta. No come mierdas al resto de puta.
¿Qué te estás haciendo ahora?
We had microphones at an urgent care in fucking Mexico City. During the conference, Lopez-Gatell warned the public the worst is yet to come as Mexico nears the time frame, what he calls phase 3, when transmissions run at such an accelerated rate where it is hard to track the source of contagion. The health officials claimed phase 3 could be arriving in Mexico within 2 to 3 weeks. We're surrounded by this shit. We have to be very disciplined, Lopez-Gatell said. Stay at home, stay in a casa. I don't know how to say stay, but casa. This is the way to control the epidemic. The more we can control spread during phase 2, the better we will fare in phase 3. The health officials asked the public to minimize their outgoings to only essential trips. Titty bars and picking up fucking lime juice. That's another thing I did. I didn't mention that. After the Klondike bars and the pound of fucking bolognese and Little Debbie's, I had the nerve to make fucking, like pina coladas. Dude, my belt is cutting into my fucking belly button right now. Anyways, so that makes me nervous. Mexico, we love our Mexican people, but I suggest if you have anybody cleaning your pool or blowing leaves in front of your house, bring them a mask. By the way, you got to watch Narcos too. Got to watch Narcos, the fucking Colombian one with Pablo Escobar. I said to Raz, you know what I want to be? I want to be to Democrats what Pablo Escobar was to the Colombian government. That's what I want to be. Fucking ruthless. This guy's so good that plays Pablo. He doesn't get that mad often, but when he does, yeah. Cuando patro puto es arabarazza. He's got this fucking big silly mustache. Fucking frightening. Them crazy eyes. Anyways, watch that. Please, you got Tiger King and Narcos. I'm not even that big of a TV. I like fucking, I like girls soccer. But listen, I talk about the Dems that trying to take political advantages because it's their religion. They put it ahead of everything, their kids, their families. It is their fucking religion. Power is, and Pelosi is the most disgusting fucking pig ever to step foot in Washington. I really believe that. But they're still trying to take advantage. So they're doing the press briefings like they do every day about the coronavirus. And some nitwit press person brings up the impeachment thing. So that sort of got Trump sidetracked. During Saturday's coronavirus task force briefing, the president went off on an unprecedented rant about the unnamed whistleblower after he had fired Michael Atkinson, the intelligence community inspector general, who passed the report to Congress. Trump went nuts. He said, that man is a disgrace to IGs. He wanted to move on to the next question. He's a total disgrace. He's not a Trump fan, I can tell you that. He says you know who the whistleblower is, and so do you, and so does everybody in this room, and so do I. Everybody knows. But they gave this whistleblower a status that he doesn't deserve. He's a fake whistleblower, and frankly, somebody ought to sue his ass. Show the clip. I think I just might have fucking...
And frankly, somebody ought to sue his ass off. All right, it's enough of the whistleblower. Go ahead, please.
The governor of New York today said that...
Pause. So now they move on. The governor, they're going to go talk about ventilators, and Trump still has this so much in his mind. He confused. Go ahead.
Desperate for ventilators, and that he has accepted 1,000 of them from the Chinese government. Are you concerned?
Well, what he didn't say is, okay, let me tell you what he didn't say. Two very good friends of mine brought him those ventilators. Huh? Two very good friends of mine. They brought.
And of course, the press goes crazy. Literally, Democrats are going, oh no, this is a bad sign. He's confusing his words now. And you have the balls to say that when fucking Joe Biden is hiding in his basement because he can't put a fucking sentence together? How fucking dare you? Trump's probably up 19 hours a day working on this shit. And why are you bringing up impeachment anyways when people are dying, you fuck stains? You know what it proves? You guys got nothing. You have nothing to add as far as policy goes to move this country forward or in the future. You have nothing to run on in November, and you fucking know it. It's one thing for the press to bring it up, but then you have quotes from, oh no, his mental faculty. You have to be shitting me when fucking Biden is sitting home in a diaper and he's your fucking lead candidate? My sister's fucking nipples. Jesus. H. Oh, he confused two words. You know what's funny? He's been in office for 3 years now? Do you remember him confusing any other words? That'll happen when you work 19-hour days, not because you're senile. Yeah, and I am defending him. He goes, I sent the hospital 3 whistleblowers. Somebody did a cartoon of somebody wrote something funny about 3 people have died because they hooked them up to whistleblowers or something instead of ventilators. Oh, not funny. But again, I'll laugh at anything at any time. That's my right as an American. Something we're losing in this country. This week's going to be a bummer, folks. The Surgeon General, the handsome black fella, he's got a lisp. I think he's gay, but what's that got to do with anything? No, I'm just saying. You can't call Trump a bigot and shit when the Surgeon General's black and maybe he's not gay. Maybe he just has a lisp, Nick. Well, okay. Suit yourself. No. Another pig face we haven't heard from. Sunday on NBC's Meet the Press, U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams has said the next week of the coronavirus pandemic in the United States would be our Pearl Harbor. It's going to be our 9/11 moment. Boy, he's a fucking ray of sunshine, huh? Maybe we can get Greta Thunberg to step in and say a few words. Is that what it takes to shut her mouth, the fucking pandemic? We haven't heard from her. She must be in her room crying, knitting a noose. But here's the Surgeon General. Take it away, Jerome.
Governors, and here's what I say to them. Here's what I would say to them right now. The next week is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment. It's going to be our 9/11 moment. It's going to be the hardest moment for many Americans in their entire lives. And we really need to understand that if we want to flatten that curve and get through to the other side, everyone needs to do their part.
I've been looking for the curve. I don't know what you're talking about. But he says this week's, I guess Thursday could be the peak. These models are pretty good at predicting that. Good news is Italy's finally on the other side of the hump, apparently. They can go back to fucking making meatballs by hand and spitting at each other in the streets. Corona. Singing off their balconies and shit. Out there, you fine. You guineas. You goddamn guineas. Really make me laugh. So this could be like the worst week. And we know it's coming. But you're going to yell at Trump for suggesting, hydroxychloroquine. People are using it. What happened to the drive-through test things? They still doing that? I wanted to go through one just to... I think, and I'm being dead serious here. I really think I had it when I came home from Chicago a month ago. And I was chattering my teeth off and sweating through my sheets. So I think I have the antibodies in it. They want people who had it. Because you have the antibodies. They can take your blood and turn that into prevention. I just don't know where to go. Maybe I'll go over to 37th Street, get stabbed in the ass, and that's the bad neighborhood around here. Then I'll dab it and bring it to the, I don't know what to, I want to help out. I want to do something. You know what I mean? Other than squats and deep knee bends in the sunshine in my backyard. I got my yard set up like a prison yard. I have a cement slab out there with my weights on. My wife looks out the window giggling. Look at this old fuck. You know who has a really bad physique? Tom Cruise. I was watching Top Gun. His nipples are like 3 inches above his belly button. This is when he was in his fucking 29. He's got the worst pecs I've ever seen. His body so fucking weird. It's almost as bad as Joaquin Phoenix in The Joker. Remember that? I digress. I'm just trying to lighten it up, folks. People are dying all around us and shit. Just stay in the house. People who aren't staying in the house, this is pretty funny. Thank you, Rich. My buddy Rich Wood, as you know, helped get this show going down here. He was my connection. And he works at Subaru. He's doing very well. No, I don't. He has a job. He's doing great. But Richie Wood sent me this anyways. The Center for Disease Control, that's the CDC, has finally begun recommending that Americans wear some form of protective covering over their faces to combat the virus. But with mask supplies running low and now generally being reserved for healthcare workers and people who can pay extraordinary amounts of money for personal use, folks are turning to more creative solutions to keep their faces covered. How about a stripper's ass? That'll do it. A lot of the time, that looks like sewing your own mask or even wrapping something normal clothing item like a bandana or scarf around you. Yeah, I'm going to do that and get stabbed. You got to be careful. You're in those poor neighborhoods where coronavirus is afflicting. You know, you go ahead, wrap a red bandana around your face. Get stabbed by a crip. But some people are getting very, inventive. Shoppers have been caught out in the wild wearing everything from underwear to plastic bags over their faces. Some are even turning to the whole thing into a game, seeking out the strangest masks humans have come up with in these unprecedented times. Check out this video. This guy got real creative. Look at pause.
What's the world coming to?
Are you kidding me? If I did that with my sneaker, I'd die from fucking foot fungus smell. Look at this. I wouldn't even serve him. I go, got that shit. Look at the fucking. Of course, he's got a size 17 foot.
How can you see around it?
Huh?
How can you even see around it?
That's a great fucking point, Raz. How can you see around it? He's just going to walk into those bagels. Unfucking believable. Do you black people ever stop using your sneakers for anything? For Christ's sake. Somebody's going to shoot the poor guy because he's got an Air Jordans tied to his. I was kidding, by the way. Just a fucking joke. Go ahead. Is that the only one? I know I said
That's the only video I found.
How about the picture of the guy with a maxi pad on his face? Did I send it there? It's in the article, right? Come on, Rez, quit it. It's very funny. Guy had a maxi pad on it. Who hasn't done that? I usually wait till they're used. What? Who went? That's gross.
I think your brain is going soft.
I don't. I'm protecting myself. Corona. Hey, guys, this episode of the Nick DiPaolo Show is brought to you by one of our favorite sponsors because it really works, Blue Chew. You remember the guys. Remember when you were always ready to go, sex-wise? Huh? Remember that 20, 30 years ago? Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up. BlueChew.com. That's blue like the color blue. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they're chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill. So you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises, in the bedroom, on a city bus, and the fucking marshals. If you could benefit from more confidence where it counts, Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. Blue Chew is prescribed online, get this, by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go into the doctor's office and wait in line at the pharmacy, and everybody knows you have a limp dick. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. They're made right here in the old USA, and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than any pharmacy out there. And best of all, there's no more awkwardness. Right now, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free. Did you hear what I say? Your first shipment free when you use our special promo code NICK. Just pay $5 shipping. Again, that's BLUEChew.com, promo code Nick to try it for free. Blue Chew is better, cheaper, faster, and we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. So go out and get that. Come on. I mean, you're quarantined with your wife. You can only play fucking Yahtzee for so long, right? Little strip poker, take a few Blue Chews. Bing, bang, zing, zada, zing. Next thing you know, you get a kid you don't need. What? We have to laugh at this, folks. We have to. People of this world has no more sense of humor thanks to political correctness. And here's the story of the weekend that sent me through the fucking roof. My wife caught me throwing my work boots at the flat screen. Luckily, I missed. This just infuriated me. Mike Leach, you know who he is? He's the coach of Mississippi State football team. He turned Texas Tech into a powerhouse. He's a funny guy. He's always tweeting, has funny shit. His players say he's funny too. Anyways, on Wednesday night, the recently hired Leach tweeted a meme of an old lady knitting with the caption, after 2 weeks of quarantine with her husband, Gertrude decided to knit him a scarf, though the scarf is actually a noose, as you can see in the picture.
I know what you did. You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get...
Leach received blowback over the tweet, including from multiple players and a school professor, because we all know college professors are so funny, right? According to the Mississippi Clarion Ledger, Margaret A. Hagerman, she sounds like a ball, an assistant professor of sociology at MSU, condemned the tweet's racial undertones by saying lynching jokes are incredibly offensive anywhere, and especially in Mississippi.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Let me explain something to you, Professor Douchebag. What does this have to do with race and slavery? It's a joke about a woman wanting to fucking hang her husband it's making fun of men. It's got nothing to do with fucking race. And it gets worse. I can understand because she's a female professor on a college campus. You can't find more humorless people. But also a day later, sophomore defensive end tackle Fabian Lovett announced his decision to enter the transfer portal. Lovett wrote, "What the fuck?" in response to Leach's tweet, which the 59-year-old coach has since deleted and apologized for, which was the biggest mistake of your life, coach. In announcing his decision to leave the SEC school, Lovett did not indicate whether his decision resulted from Leach's tweet, but he did retweet a few comments that suggested a connection, including one from Fox's Sports, Shannon Sharp, that criticized Leach.
Oh, poor you.
Grow some fucking balls. So what you're saying, Professor and Mr. Lovett, the football player, what you're saying is white people can't use the word noose in any context at all. That if you follow the logic, that's what it is. Is that what you're saying? Why would a coach, he's coaching a college football team. You know what that means? Mississippi State, which means he's been working with young black guys, turning them into men his whole career. Do you really think if he was racist, he'd want to be a football coach? Period. Never mind Mississippi State. So we can't you cannot bring up the fucking word noose in any context now. I mean, get the fuck over it. What a way to go through life. Keep pointing back to shit that happened 300 years ago or whatever. What a way to go through. It's so disappointing. And I'm guessing the majority of the team is black, and I don't see a bunch of other players losing their mind over it. You got to grow the fuck up. I mean, what the fuck? Nobody does more for young black men than college coaches, pulling them out of horrible living situations when they're high school kids. I mean, come on. It's a joke about hanging me. And of course, if it was the other way around, right? If it was a guy knitting a noose to hang his wife, the feminists would be all in a fucking uproar. But just disappointing for a college-age athlete to have that thin a skin. You basically probably don't like white people. That's just my take on it. They're so fucking infuriating me. And then Coach Leach, you go out and apologize. I mean, hey. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan among 2020 Basketball Hall of Fame inductees. Why does this one bug me? This is the second story that, I'll tell you why. I like how this is how long did Kobe Bryant die? They still have to put it in the article. Bryant, who died in a helicopter crash. Jesus, fuck, yes. He was elected, January 26th he died on the 26th, was elected into the Basketball Hall of Fame with Tim Duncan Garnett in the first year of eligibility. Also elected, former NBA coach Rudy Tomjanovich, former WNBA star Tamika Catchings, Baylor women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey, former Division II women's coach Barbara Stevens, former Division I men's coach Eddie Sutton, and former FIBA executive Patrick Baumann. I know it's the Basketball Hall of Fame, right? So I get that much. But you guys are the ones, you fucking libs, who are obsessed with identity politics, gender, race. You have separate dorms on college campuses for black kids, and you have women's dorms, and the safe spaces where white people aren't supposed to go. So I want you to do that with the Basketball Hall of Fame. Sure, you can let these women coaches in that nobody knows, nobody gives a fuck about. Nick, that's not true. Yeah, it is basically. Build them a wing. I just want to see some segregation like you guys like to do on college campus. Like at Harvard when they had graduation, it was a totally black separate ceremony. Because you guys are falling back into fucking George Wallace.
And I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
No, idiot. No, but that's, you get my point, Raz? So separate it. Don't have the fucking, put up 9 different wings at the Basketball Hall of Fame. Here's why I get mad. I'm watching ESPN at the bottom, the crawls going by, and some girl in college this year broke the record for most assists and point, whatever. Yeah, most assists. And it said in the fucking thing, most assists by any male or female player. And again, that just is like a poke in my eye when I see that. That's apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Carol Stevens, her name should be next to Kobe's. Nick, you're just being, no, I'm just saying. Have a separate fucking, not even a separate wing, have a women's basketball Hall of Fame. Quit trying to blur the fucking lines. Like this girl who set an assist record. Like that would have happened if she ever played against it. Do you see what I'm saying? Might seem petty to you, but it's fucking not. It's irritating. Once again, I said there's 2 types of people in this world. Politically correct people and honest people. Yes, sir, Raz.
Speaking of diversity, we have a Patreon question.
Oh, shit. David S., Kiryat Sham, Israel. What? What are the benefits and drawbacks of diversity in society? What? Raz, we go from fucking dick questions to David S. over in Tel Aviv scratch. What are the benefits and drawbacks of the diversity in society? That's a fastball down the middle for me. As far as benefits, first of all, when you say of diversity, are you talking about diversity of thoughts and ideas? Because that's a benefit, right? That's what college camp is supposed to be. You bring great minds together, you discuss stuff. That's fine. But as far as diversity as race and gender go, what are the benefits to society? I don't see that many. What do you mean? Well, I'm just saying, if that's your criteria for hiring somebody, which it is now, black guy and a white guy go in the room, and if the black guy's more qualified, but they hire the white guy, that's racism, right? But if the black guy and a white guy in the room, and the white guy's more qualified, but they hire the black guy, that's affirmative action. So how about picking on merit? Diversity is a smokescreen, especially when it comes to colleges and shit. Oh, you have to have all different types of people. Such a crock of shit. It should be, you're there to learn. We've lowered the standards. So that's how I feel, David. Do you want to watch did you want to watch a predominantly white NBA? Do you? Watch people play a foot under the rim? Or do you want it the way it is, with the best fucking start? You see what I'm saying? Because if you want to do diversity, the quotas get involved, and hey, this league's way too black. See, it waters it down, doesn't it? Yeah. I hope I answered your question, Dave, and I hope you're enjoying Israel. Jesus Christ, stay off the beaches. You'll get a missile in your... It's unbelievable. So anyways, quit trying to pretend that, you know... And I get it. It's a basketball Hall of Fame. I get that. I just get it. But nobody's going there to the Basketball Hall of Fame to see Barbara Stevens. To see her bust. Oh, my God. That was horrible, Nick. Hey, guys, the team at thedonaldstuff.com are great supporters of the show, as you know. Over the weekend, they designed and put on sale this new T-shirt as part of the Nick DiPaolo collection. Who am I? Fucking Calvin Klein? I actually approve this one. I like this. Of course, they took the picture from the South Magazine article where I really look like I have a plate in my head, but that I want to see that at all my shows when we go back to doing comedy in 2031. Look at that. It's the face I make when my wife hands me the checkbook and I go, what am I supposed to do with this? It's pretty good. Well done. Look at me. You know how much ass I'm going to get for that? None of it female. I got a purple dress shirt on like I'm a Puerto Rican selling a kilo on. As you know, this show is deplorably funny, and I want to thank all of you guys and the DonaldStuff.com for allowing me to do what I do. And I'm dead serious, man. I look forward to coming here. I've never had a job where I'm actually happy about coming to work. Yeah, the last time it was when I was University of Maine. I used to come home in the summer, and I was a groundskeeper at a Danvers State Mental Institution. And it was my favorite job. This is right up there. Anyways, lots of great stuff on the DonaldStuff.com. Go there, check out all the gear. Remember, when you use a promo code Nick, you get 10% off everything on the website. Go to the DonaldStuff.com, pick up a shirt or a mug or a hat, and support these guys. And we thank them for sponsoring the show. We really do. That's well done. I'm going to come up with some more shit for you. I know you guys use a lot of the catchphrases like, are you dog styling me, my ache and stem? So look for that shit.
I didn't know you worked at a mental institution.
We didn't talk about that, Russ? No. Are you sure?
Yeah, I have too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
So I worked with kids, but they had schizophrenia and Tourette's and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, so I was like the leader over a group of 15, 12-year-olds with crazy.
Did any of this, the Tourette's, they blurt out like an N-word or anything? Just some white kid who doesn't even have Tourette's, he's just using it. I was a groundskeeper at Danvers State Mental Institute. They made a movie about this place with David Caruso about 15 years ago called, God damn it, I can never remember, something 9. It's got the word, God damn it, I can never remember. Bunny Galore will remember. But I was a groundskeeper as. And these are mentally ill people. Like those guys up there locked up for killing their families and shit. And it was crazy. Bars on the window. We'll talk about that sometime. Let me get back to, speaking of mentally ill people.
Session 9.
Huh?
Session 9.
Session 9. If you want to see where I work, the building is still the same. It's a fucking D movie, but it's actually creepy. They did a good job. I used to bring girls up there parking at night. It was up on a hill. It was the biggest one in the country. It was for years. I used to bring girls up there at night to park because it's surrounded by cornfields. And I knew all, because I was a groundskeeper, all the dirt roads where we used to go drink beer for lunch and shit. And I'd bring them up on a moonlit night. There'd be people looking out the window with their hands on the butt. Fucking, you better blow me and I get another car. No, I didn't do that. That would be some type of hashtag Me Too movement. But you find people like this guy, Florida man Zoom bombed a middle school math class in Orange County, Florida last week, exposed himself to the students. The Apopka Police Department investigating, but has not yet determined who the intruder was who interpreted the Wolf Lake Middle School virtual class. Alexis Neely said her 14-year-old son was in the online classroom when the incident took place.
Hey, little boy, you want some candy?
He told me that when they were in class, all of a sudden a man came on the screen who was naked and had exposed himself to all the kids. And I said, how can I see him? No.
Fucking quiz!
In a memo sent to parents, Principal Cynthia Hopt said school administration handled the situation but did not offer any details. As the coronavirus pandemic spreads and schools are closed down, many classrooms have gone virtual. But with that technological step comes some difficulties. Well, does this happen a lot? We did we did our last thing on Zoom with Don Gavin, right? Nobody stuck their dick behind me. As Crime Online previously reported, federal authorities have been warning about security weaknesses in the popular video. It's like Skype, conferencing app Zoom that allows such Zoom bombing to take place. Both the company and law enforcement officials have provided suggestions for tightening security, including using the waiting room feature. Nobody wants to be in a waiting room during fucking COVID-19. And requiring a password to enter yeah, they couldn't hack that. Oh, please. Anyways, sick bastards online. You know?
Okay, take a look at my package. Never mind your teacher over here.
Oh, that's an azach. Who was that? Hey, I got to thank you. These contributions I'm about to read are from since Thursday, and guys, you're the lifeblood of the show. Please, I can't thank you enough. And again, you could do one-time contributions at nickdip.com, or you can sign up at patreon.com to be a monthly subscriber. And if you do that, you get an extra story every day, exclusive to you, and you get access to over 300 previous shows we did, and you get to ask me a question. So these are the one-time contributions. Pete Woj, New Jersey. Ron Carlin, California. Barry McCockiner, New York. Kevin McCaffrey, Pennsylvania. Bryden Boyd, California. Michael Dempsey, South Carolina. Jeffrey Smith, California. Chad Hugerich, New Jersey. Jay Beatty. Jay Beatty. Ned Beatty. Jay Beatty, Kansas. Lee Richter, Minnesota. Eddie Midgley, Rhode Island. Christopher Ham, Texas. Devon Hall, Michigan. Valerie Walden, Texas. Mike Williams, Washington. Heath Palumbo, Australia. Enorm Hiscock. Get it? Enormous cock. That reminds me of the King of Queens when Jerry's talking like a guy on the phone. He's trying to get money. He goes, "What's that, Phil?" Okay, bye-bye. Okay, thank you, Mr. Lacio. Phil Lacio. Enormous Hiscock, Illinois. Joseph Capabianco, New York. Scott Ripley, Massachusetts. Richard Quilty, California. Pelosi's Hairy Smelly Bush, Utah. Bet you Norm. Bet you fucking Mitt Romney said it. Stephen Kelly or Stephen Kelly, California. Brendan Bross, California. Philip Goldstein, New York. Stephen Kramer, Massachusetts. Jared Kelly, Wyoming. G. Becker, Colorado. Linda Semmelmayer, California. Calvin Paluzzi, South Dakota. Haywood, you blow me. Michigan. I love you guys. Colin Humphreys, Colorado. Romas Kukalis, New Hampshire. Cameron Overton, North Carolina. Larry Mason, Tennessee. Kathy Bennett, Florida. Kenny Pomp, North Carolina. Israel the Beaner Lopez, California. Shitty Fat Tits, Wisconsin. Richard Rouge, Missouri. James Black, New York. Scott Wallace, Michigan. Mario Landry, New Jersey. Jesus. Ben Bertro, California. Zach Lindstrom, California. Thank you guys all so much. One-time contributions at nickdip.com. Here's some monthly supporters. These are the people signing up at Patreon. Kansas Tinsley, Pat Bowen, Frank Labascio, Jack Bamberger, Brian's Puddle Puke, Doug Kopp, Laverne McKenzie, Bruce, Jeff Jarrett, Kathy Bennett, Ryan Arnoldy, Brad Greenwell. Those guys are all monthly supporters at patreon.com. Thank you guys so much. More important than ever. Finally tonight on Meet the Press. Here we go. Fucking.
I told you a long time ago, you fucking little monkey, not to fuck me.
Monkeys and apes chain smoking cigarettes as coronavirus panic grips the planet. This is a real story.
I told you a long time ago, you fucking little monkey, not to fuck me.
Let me do my Pablo Escobar. Ensadrite como a trabajar, de muerte de puto.
Stressed out primates have taken a chain smoking. That would include me. No bigger monkey around the planet than me. Smoking cigarettes is the coronavirus. Give them a vape. I want to see them work a vape. See if they can put the pod in it. And monkeys and chimps have failed to kick the habit as entertained visitors are seen, as seen to laugh as the animals spark up amid the pandemic. Yeah, I'm sure that's why they're doing it. Fucking break. In Cambodia, one man took to social media to share a video titled, by 2020, even monkeys can smoke, which shows a tiny macabre monkey in a pen smoking a cigarette as another one looks on. And well, they've been smoking forever. Show a clip. It doesn't matter.
You're a damn predator.
More.
All right, just...
Come on, I sent you a couple.
Cigarettes after catching a lighter thrown
I told you a long time ago, you fucking little monkey, not to fuck me.
At the newly opened Central Zoo in North Korea were delighted seeing.
He lit it with another cigarette. I can't even do that. I'm so goddamn farsighted. Did you see that? Is there any doubt that we came directly from these fuckers? Yeah, and I want to hear, tell me how he's going to be dead in a few years because he smokes. Are you shitting me? I'm surprised they don't show him like jerking off first, then having the cigarette, like I like to do. It seems that as worried as human panic over the pandemic unfolding around them, their stress is rubbed off on monkeys. No, it hasn't. They like a good cigarette. It comes as the number of coronavirus cases continues to rocket in Southeast Asia, with many people in war-torn Cambodia traveling neighboring countries for medical. That's what's creepy. It's hitting these countries now. South China Morning Post reports Cambodia's coronavirus cases have spiked, forcing the government to ban travelers from countries including the U.S. and Italy, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, tobacco smoke of monkeys and apes are nothing new. The addiction often starts when the animals pick up and smoke discarded cigarette butts. That's how I started. Went into a convenience store. I saw a couple on the ground on the way in. They weren't finished. And true story. In October 2016, a video showing a chimpanzee lighting and smoking a cigarette at a zoo in Pyongyang, North Korea, went viral after officials claimed she smoked a pack a day. She was also banging every other male monkey. And she's just a fucking dirty hoe. Anyways, I thought it would end on a fucking... fucking light note. But of course, I just have to mention the PETA woman, because after watching The Tiger King, PETA President Ingrid Newkirk said it was cruel to willfully addict a chimpanzee to tobacco for human amusement. Oh, is that what you think, really? Really? Fucking,
Problem? You're the fucking problem. You fucking Dr. White, onkin jamrag, arkin spunk bubble. I'm telling you, H, you keep looking at me, I'm going to put you in the fucking ground, I promise you. Not this time.
They're aren't they the most just lighthearted people, those PETA people?
Make me a sandwich. Yeah. Make me a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, Ingrid.
No.
That is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you so much for donating at nickdip.com, one-time donations. You can also, if you got a business, you want to be a sponsor on the show, nickdip.com also, I believe. And we'd love to chat with you about that. Obviously, we're going to have some new sponsors coming in. And patreon.com if you want to sign up monthly and get an extra story and all the other stuff I've said 1,000 times. Being a fucking pitch man. CAMEO.com, did about 5 of them over the weekend. I will send a personal video message to whatever person you want me to, roasting them, beating them up verbally, or being nice to them, saying happy birthday and whatever. Cameo.com. Click on the Nick DiPaolo profile and be glad to do that. That is it. You guys think it? I will say it. You're very welcome. Stay in the house. Do what you're supposed to do. And we'll be here to entertain you, get your mind off for at least an hour. We'll see you tomorrow.